Hello everyone, welcome to Aquashop Wasabi Aquarium channel. In this video, I am going to give you 3 tips on how to plant and grow Monte Carlo. This video is helpful for those of you who are dealing with foreground plants for the first time, who's not sure which kind of foreground plants to purchase, and also for people who don't want to mess things up. I'm here to give out some information that could solve these problems. The Monte Carlo is actually the best-selling foreground plants of our shop in 2019. Since it's very popular, I received tons of questions on this plant. That's why I decided to make a video on Monte Carlo. If you just got into aquatic plants recently, and this is your first time purchasing foreground plants, people often choose Cuban pearl glass, Glossostigma altinoides, or short hair grass. But in my opinion, Monte Carlo is the best when it comes to most balanced out foreground plants. The reasons behind that is that they are very easy to grow, and they're beautiful when they spread out on the ground of your plant aquarium. To put it simply, there are no weak points that stand out with this plant. So, what I recommend for beginners is to start with Monte Carlo, then move on to other kinds of foreground plants, once you feel comfortable taking care of them. Now, let me show you how to plant and grow the Monte Carlo in a planted aquarium. Alright, before I show you the process of planting and growing the Monte Carlo, I'm going to list up 3 things you should know before starting the process. Those 3 pieces of advice are about the preparation, the planting, and lastly, the growing process. Let's talk about the preparation first. In this video, I'm going to use these plants that comes in a cup. If I were to just take them out and plant, they will come out as a whole. So we need to prepare them first. Please take a look at the bottom of my cup. Those brown elements are called culture medium, and in this case, they're in jelly form. They have all the nutrients the plants needs to stay alive in a cup. And we have to get rid of these with water before separating them apart. After separating them apart, they should look like this. You could place these on trays like this, or styrofoam plate. But either way, separating them apart will make the process after this go much easier. During this process, some people become too detailed. But the worst thing you could do is to hurt the plant tissue from being too detailed. So don't go beyond your capacity and just be careful with this process. This is very important. When separating the plant, you shouldn't make any sound. They should come off smoothly like string cheese. For example, a chunk like this, we have to separate them apart and make it smaller. While you're doing that, don't force anything. Tear them apart slowly, like this. It might be hard to tell in a video. You'll probably have to do it yourself to understand how it feels. The point is to tear them apart where they're supposed to. Just feel them around to find the place that's separated. Just like I said previously, try not to hurt the plant. If you want to know the proper way of separating them apart, I have a video on this topic on this channel, so make sure to go check it out as well. I'll have the link in the description below. Anyway, to conclude this, try not to hurt the plant as much as possible. If you can't separate them finely, that's no problem, as long as they are not damaged before they get planted. Damaged plants will grow to be small and weak, and slower than usual. That's the first point. Up next, how to plant and grow. For this point, I'm going to demonstrate it while explaining it. First, I'll show you where to grab the plants you separated and how to use the tweezers. Just like this, grab a plant by the bottom diagonally with tweezers. Now I'm going to actually plant them. The key is to really push them down and plant them deep inside. Only the top of the plant has to be shown on the surface. It's easier to have them like that for processes later. If they don't get planted deep in the soil, a amount of shrimps might pull them out or get swept away by the water. It just adds more unnecessary work for you, so make sure to remember this. See the amount of shrimp is going near the plant I just planted? They love the newly planted plants. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but just be sure to plant them deep. If you use powdered soil and have decent thickness to them like this, then you'll be just fine. But if you use rougher soil and your soils don't have thickness to them, then plant your foreground plants diagonally, like this, so they won't come out easily. The insert direction doesn't really matter, but what this does is that more soil will cover the plants and keep them stable. So I highly recommend everyone to do this if you don't have enough soil or use rough soil for your planted aquarium. Actually, this way is easier to plant as well. It's harder to plant anything on normal soil rather than the powder soil. If you are a beginner and planning to use normal soil, or this is your first time using normal soil, try this method to see if it works for you as well. Also, if you only got a little bit of powdered soil left in the stock, you could spread the powdered soil on top of the normal soil, and that'll make a huge difference. This is not a difficult process, so don't stress yourself while doing this. Also, when planting, give each plant a little bit of space so they don't run out. Make sure to start planting a little bit far away from the sidewall as well. If you got some leftovers, then start filling the space in between. Both foreground plants and stem plants look better in planted aquarium when they cover and spread out all over the soil. So if you could, have a little extra plants ready just in case. Just like this, the planting process is done. Actually, the amount of plants I use in this case is very minimal. In the best case scenario, plant more so they could grow smoothly, and most importantly, they'll look much better. Lastly, I'm going to teach you how to grow them properly. Just like any other foreground plants, carbon dioxides are essential for them to grow. Same goes for the lighting, and you need to have a decently bright lighting. The reason will be the foreground plants are going to be a little far away from the lights, so they need to be extra bright for the plants to grow well. For the floor, choose the soil that's nutrient dense. If you're going to use normal soil, then have fertilizer underneath the soil, and that works fine as well. For this planted aquarium, I mixed 3 kinds of soil, which are Aquadesign Amanos Advanced Powder Sand, Amazonia's version 2, and Amazonia's powder soil. Like I said before, if you're a beginner at this, it's much easier if you place powder soil on the very top. To put it simply, have roughest soil on the bottom, and put finest soil on the top. How did you like the video? In this video, I explained how to grow and plant the Monte Carlo. Remember this about any foreground plants you purchase. The planting process isn't done when you finish planting them in your planted aquarium. You'll need to learn how to trim them when they start growing, what to do when they decolorize. For those problems that you might face in the future, I will make a video dedicated to the solution for those problems, so make sure to come visit our channel once in a while. Lately, using decorative sand is kind of a trend. Having decorative sand will make your aquarium look cool and authentic, but maintaining them is so damn hard since they get dirty easily. So I don't recommend beginners to get into them right away. Algae, fish, or amount of shrimp feces tend to look dirtier on brighter color. Amount of shrimp carrying around stuff and leaving them on random spots doesn't help either. There are so many problems you'll need to solve when using decorative sand in your planted aquarium. So if you don't want to waste so much time maintaining the aquarium and looking to keep them beautiful with minimum effort, then I recommend you to use foreground plants. Using foreground plants and letting them grow naturally is much easier process, so keep that in mind for sure. If you got any questions on this topic or have requests on more videos topics, please comment down below. I wouldn't be able to reply to all those comments, but if I see many questions on the same topic, I will make another video answering those questions one by one. If this video helped you, subscribe to the Aquashop Wasabi Aquarium channel. Also, I highly appreciate if you could leave a like as well. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.